Hello students, in today's video we will see a very basic program, how to write a very basic program in C++. So in today's program I will not use any class or the object in the program. I will just try to explain how we can display a message on the screen in a C++ language and how we can get an input from the screen. So I will just try to write a program in which I will add two numbers but without using the concept of the classes or objects or function, just a main program and then the concept of cout and cin. Okay, so first we have to just take open up an file, and here we have to include the header files. In C++ we use a header file like iostream.h and then another header file conio.h. iostream is used basically because we are using the functions like cout and cin, which are the inbuilt um, identifiers. So these inbuilt identifiers are basically defined in the iostream, and then we will be using some functions like getch, which is defined in the conio.h. So now we have to remember one thing in C++ is like the main function always returns an integer value to the operating system. So we cannot start a main function with void, we have to write int main. Okay, so now as I have to add two numbers, so therefore I will just try to take an integer numbers so that the program will be very basic. So here the data type I am declaring int, so a comma b. A and b are two variables in which I will store two numbers which I am going to take input from the user. Then another variable like sum. Sum is again an integer variable in which I will store a plus b. That means the sum of these two numbers will be stored in sum variable and then I will display it. Okay. Now first thing is that I have to just print a message on the screen, enter two numbers. So for that purpose I am using a function cout. So I will just print a message here, enter the values of a and b. Okay, enter the values of a and b. Okay, now what I have to do is like I will just, the way we use printf to print a message on the screen in C, here we use cout, and in C we use the scanf function to just scan numbers from the user. Here we are using cin. So like I have to first of all take the value of a from the user, so therefore I am using cin a, and then again I have to use b here. So I am taking two variables as an input from the user. So once I have taken those values, I will just add them in the variable sum. So I will write sum is equal to a plus b. Okay, then what I have to do is like I have to just print it on the screen again. So I will write cout sum is equal to just again sum, because the value is stored in sum. Okay, then what I have to write is just I have to write just to hold it on the screen, and yeah, I have written here int main, so I have to write return 0 here, because I have told you that in C++ main function always returns an integer value to an operating system. And then I can just write a function here clear screen also. Okay, then I have to save it. I will write, just click it save as. I will write here mm, basic ed dot cpp. Okay, because it's a C++ file. Okay, then I have to just compile it first, and if you can see that there are no errors, no warnings in it, so it can run easily. So we will just run it. So it's showing me here like enter the values of a and b. So here I'm going to give the values of a and b. So like for example, I have given the value of a as 2 and then the value of b as 3. The output should be 5, which is coming as 5. So yeah, this is a very basic program written in C++, wherein I have just shown how to write a very basic program without using the concept of classes and other things. The only two functions here are the cout and cin, how to just print a message on the screen and how to just take the values from the console. So that's all for today's video. In next videos we will be just discussing, or we will just try to make a program using the C, using the classes in C++. So thank you for watching this video.